commencing operation classification. The following comics never happened. The host has no idea they've been botnapped. If they say anything, it will be censored. Now, let us dive into these made-up stories.
Hello and welcome to the podcast where we are currently recapping the events of Transformers IDW 2005 continuity. I'm Onyx Prime with my co-host here.
Hi, I'm Kilobyte.
Moving on with our comic discussion for today's episode takes us to IDW Transformers Requiem of the Wreckers. And as always, spoiler warning. So if you haven't read it already, we highly recommend you go back, read the comics, then come listen to the podcast. Now, we also have a goal to reach 500 subscribers, and it looks like we have 300 last time I checked. It could have been up, it could have been less. But to my calculations, that is...
It's 200, Onyx. It's 200.
3, 4...
Onyx, I'm telling you the answer. It's not
we
cheating
need
if somebody
at
tells you
least
the answer.
100 more times 2 to reach our 500 goal. We'll be holding a brand new kind of giveaway we've never done before. So click that subscribe button and tell your friends it's a good time. Now, onwards with the podcast. Kilo, do you mind giving us the facts and I'll give us the trivia?
Yeah, so this is just a one-shot, and it was released on May 30th, 2018, written by Nick Roach, and art by Nick Roach, Jeff Sr., and Brendan Cahill, with colors by Josh Burkham and Josh Perez.
Fantastic. So the trivia is that they're all in the one shot. So the gas station Verity and Springer stop at is part of the Alliance gas chain, which weirdly makes use of the same logo as the Systems Alliance Navy from the Mass Effect series of video games.
I knew it. I didn't know it was Mass Effect. I thought it was Star Trek because it kind of looked like Star Trek, but that's cool too.
I have never played these video games, Kilo.
I'll have to show you one day.
That'd be nice. Verity gives Overlord the nickname Loose Like Jagger, a double reference to the musician Mick Jagger. What does he turn into, a jaguar?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay, who famously Pouty Lips rival Overlord's own, and the Maroon 5 song about him, Moves Like Jagger. He's got to be a jaguar, right?
It's classified.
Okay, well, anyway, Kilo, can you give us the summaries?
Will do. An attempt to reconnect with Impactor lands Springer and Verity in the crosshairs of the unholy team-up of Overlord and Tarantula.
What a spoiler. What a spoiler.
As always, this information has been brought to you by the Wiki.
Thank you, Wiki. We owe you everything.
I don't know him, Wiki. You can bill him.
Wait, is it Spike Wiki?
No. Spike doesn't know anything.
Spike doesn't know anything? That's fair. That's fair. Is Sam Wiki?
No. He doesn't know anything either.
Oh,
it's a
fair.
webpage called the Wiki, the Transformers Wiki.
Webpage. Tarantulas!
It all adds up.
Yeah, I figured out. Okay, so we start off with Verity and Springer mourning Cup's death from the Visionaries crossover comics, and we see Springer dealing with how he felt about killing his dad Tarantulas and a lost father figure Cup. This plot sounds familiar.
He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
I'm sure Flying Blue Man will remind me later what that means. What's your thoughts?
I like it. It's pretty sad seeing Springer like this, especially, confronting his origin in the previous Wrecker comics and now not having answers because the people that kind of knew what happened are not there anymore. And the
Right.
one that may know a little bit more is trying hard to get. So
True. Springer then gets botnapped by what looks like a Constructicon? Suspicious.
that's what
Verity.
I thought. Like,
Yeah, I know. You see a green construction vehicle of any kind, you're like, there they are. There they are again.
they're back on Earth. How?
They're back on the Earth. But that never gets explained. Anyway, so Verity, trying to find him, finds herself next to a red elephant political party trying to scare the humans that aliens are going to come and take their jobs. This sounds familiar.
They took our job!
But then Springer comes out of nowhere and blasts them. What a hero. And we get a twist, Kilo.
What a hero.
Not the hero we deserved, but the hero.
You mind revealing that the chaos that ensues after?
Yeah, well, the politician wasn't human. Was actually an alien in disguise.
I mean, if
And-
anyone's spouting that kind of nonsense, they have to be an alien, right?
Wow.
I woke up and chose violence today.
Yeah, that's a little bit of profiling there, Onyx. But the surprise
They
twist.
started it. They said the aliens were taking their jobs.
But they were. Look what Overlord was doing. Oh, oops, it's Overlord. They were the
look,
human all this
hypocrite.
time.
Look at the hypocrite. Typical red elephant party. Anyway, continue on.
Wow. But Springer didn't actually do this. He was being controlled by Karnavac. I think he turned into a wolf last time we saw him. And Overlord just kind of killed every member of Karnavac's team there. So, did the Overlord thing.
Did the
Just
Overlord thing.
destroyed.
I think Overlord killed most of the wreckers. Right?
At this point, I'm not surprised if it's all of them,
Well, he's got 2 more left.
That's true. Well, 3 if you count Verity.
That's fair. Overlord arrives home to his wife,
His
Tarantulas,
wife.
with the human napped Verity, and oh boy, do Overlord and Tarantulas bicker like an old married couple. Thoughts and favorite scenes?
Very funny. I think at one point, I don't remember who says this, but they're like, I'll be the one wearing the earrings next time.
Yes,
So that
Yeah.
was so funny. It was great.
that was great. They make a great couple, don't they?
I think so. If you
Yeah.
get past the hairy 8-legged creature.
And constant threats to murder one each other.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Overlord gets bored easily. I'm surprised he didn't kill tarantulas already.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably bugs them. Anyway, let's take a quick ad break.
Let's play Guess That Con, and don't forget to leave a comment below with your answer, and you may get a special shout out.
Are you having issues finding your drive? Perhaps even difficulties getting yourself up and ready for action? Well, don't you worry, because I have some news for you. Hi, I'm Computron, and that's right, even robots suffer from this deficiency.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Come on, Heximus, it's really not that hard. I'm talking about ED. Energon deficiency. I used to be against K-Juice, but I find that it helps with ED.
Oh, thank Beltors. I thought you were talking about something else there for a second. And stop saying ED and just call it Energon deficiency.
Wait, what did you think I meant?
I'll whisper it to your audio receiver.
Alrighty then. I don't understand. What's a Johnson's dysfunction? And why is he using a floppy disk?
It's Overlord.
Kilo, do you mind telling us what the mad bug scientist has been up to and where they've been hiding?
Well, they've been hiding in a volcano because,
Classic.
that's the classic evil lair. But Tarantulas and Overlord have been campaigning around saying that the aliens are here, they're going to take our job, but it's because Tarantula needed money so he could buy the parts that he needed to create the time gate, which is similar to the noise maze, but instead of trapping you in there and causing you a lot of pain, this gate allows you to travel through time to certain points.
Alternate realities of time too.
This is the multiverse all over again.
Do.
And of course, Overlord has one goal in mind, and that is to kill every single Megatron in every single timeline, because one Megatron is not enough.
Yeah, he didn't feel satisfied enough with the other one.
Yeah, he has daddy issues, for sure.
He has daddy. That's an understatement. You know what? I think you get the Rod Star for today because that's the understatement of the millennium. So, I like that they're fighting over the time machine because Overlord still wants to kill Megatron, but Tarantulas do not want it to be used until it's been tested. And we get a classic impactor entrance with a hook into Overlord's optic. You know, just like in the first time he
Yes.
met Overlord.
I do like the comment where he's like, I was shooting for the other eye, the original one I hit before. That was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
That was good stuff. There's a lot of good quips and callbacks to the first issue.
Yeah.
I honestly enjoy the fight in the end, and it felt right. Like, it was both meaningful and full circle, full of everything you would expect these four would do, and more. Especially the first series callback with the shot through the chest, but the roles are reversed with Impactor and Springer. Do you have any favorite scenes or anything you want to take part into this?
I know this is the record, but I was terrified when Impactor was like half sticking in and like out of the pile of rocks, and Overlord was just walking up. I'm like, I know this is records and people die, but I was terrified of what Overlord was going to do to Impactor, and he couldn't even get out of there. I was like, oh no.
Yep. And then they ended up doing, the original reason why Impactor and Springer have issues with each other, but reversed.
Yes, it was cool. We've seen Overlord, and I think all 3 issues of the records, if I'm not wrong. If not, it just feels like he's everywhere.
He wasn't in the second one.
He wasn't in the second. Oh, yeah, because that was with Tidal Wave and Tarantulas. Okay, so he was in the first one, but then we've seen Overlord in other of the comics in the continuity, and I feel like he's everywhere. But Overlord is a powerhouse, and that has been, presented to us in many occasions. But I was thinking, how are they going to defeat Overlord in this case? So, like, mine was like, somebody has to detonate a bomb and just take himself out with Overlord. But Overlord has survived so many explosions, bullets, putting it, like, igniting his body. So it's like, I'm not even sure you can take him down. And Springer does a smart move, which is activate the time gate and send one half to the future and one half to the past. That way he can't transform to his bot mode, and he's trapped, it was smart. I was hoping he would actually kill him, but I think this is a solution.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be in pain because he says he feels pain if there's his 2 halves are separated long enough and being stretched out between both space and time, because Carnivac forced him into the alt mode, so he was in jet and tank mode, and I believe Springer sent one of the halves to the very end of the universe, and in time wise, and then the other one to the very beginning of the universe, and we don't even get a explanation if it's a different reality or not that he sends both of these into. They're just 2 different spectrums of time.
Yep.
So I guess that's how you deal with an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
You put it somewhere else. You take it and you move it somewhere else. So the redemption arc and Tarantula's death had me needing to wipe my optics. What are your thoughts here?
That was very sweet. Tarantulas, and I feel like in the end, Tarantulas was never really that bad of a guy. He just was tasked with jobs. He's created, the noise maze, and he's done things for Prowl, but Prowl has done things as well. And sometimes you just gotta do what you can to make money and survive.
Wow.
So Tarantulas all wanted was a child, and here's Springer that he thought was taken away. So at least in the end, he kind of said he was sorry and wanted to spend more time with him, and then he passes. So
yeah, I like how his own realizations. Like, I'm glad you didn't I didn't get to raise you because I'm afraid of the bot you would have became, but I'm proud of the bot you are today because you are the best version of yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it was a very good moment, very sweet.
Yeah. And the ending where Springer travels the timelines to save or prevent Wreckers from becoming the Wreckers and trying to fix parts of history that caused many deaths. How did you feel about this ending of the Wreckers? The total ending, this is the last one.
I don't know, it felt kind of weird because won't that mess up the Cybertron now?
So yes and no, because I think he's traveling other realities and preventing it from happening. So he's not messing with his own, if that makes sense. So he's traveling to realities close within the timelines of his own, and then preventing their futures from being terrible. Because if he does that to his own, it erases his current future, which then makes the whole paradox thing happen, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of time wavy information that I don't really quite
Yes, we need
understand.
words brainstorm when we need them.
Yeah, but I love seeing the records that he kind of saved, and there's a point where he has like a hologram training the future wreckers, and we see Bulkhead, we see Strong Arm from the RRD 2015. So that was fun to see all those faces, and it was great. It was a great time.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or shall we go straight to Rodstar?
I think we could go great to Rodstar or
All right, lead the
straight
way.
to Rodstars. Not a lot happens in this. This is more of a closure comic. You know, it was Springer's end to all this. We got to know Springer. We got to know Overlord. We got to know Tarantulas. It's a very sweet ending, and overall, I would have to give this a 4 because it was a good comic. I don't want to say it was like the greatest comic. It wasn't a bad comic. It was just a good comic for the overall story and kind of completing the Wreckers trilogy.
Yeah, I agree. And again, the art is gorgeous here. The plot, I think it would have been even better if they had more than just a one shot, which was like 44 pages. I think like another one or two issues would like help fill in some gaps here and there, fill in the story, just make it a little more beefier if that makes sense. Because we had a lot of action sequence, which are great. We had a lot of one-liners, fantastic. And as an ending to the Wreckers saga, I think they did a great job. I think a solid 4.5 from me at least.
Nice.
But listeners, what did you think of these comics? How many Rod stars would you give it? Let us know by leaving a comment below. And let us know who your favorite wrecker is. Because mine is, you'll never guess.
I think it's Pikachu.
Pikachu? How did you know? But if you'd like to get in contact with us, you can send us an email at swervesbarpodcast@gmail.com. That is SWERVESBAR podcast, gmail.com. So, Kilo, do you have any toys you want to talk about?
I do. I got the Legacy Boomburst, which is a pretender.
Nice.
It's one of the small figures. It's like the size of, I think they're calling it the core class now. And I really like it. It's very easy to transform. I like the alt mode. It's like a little jet, and it kind of merges into itself pretty fine. And I'm feeling like if I find one at a decent price, I might get it and make a custom at some point.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
But I do like it a lot.
Fantastic. I have the Make Toys Meteor EX11, which is the third party Starscream at the Masterpiece scale. I recently got it at a TFCon in Chicago, and I was like, hey, I have the Masterpiece Soundwave, I have the Masterpiece Shockwave. Who am I missing? Oh yes, Starscream from the high commanding officers of the Decepticons. So I figured that'd be great. But now, the problem is, I have Starscream, and my brain's like, we need to get Skywarp and Thundercracker.
You gotta have the trio.
I gotta have the trio, so that's, the small descent into madness. Anyway.
What about Megatron?
One step at a time, Kilo. One step at a time. Kilo, there's this Twitch that I would like to talk to you about. The one from Earthspark. No, actually, the one from your human platform of webs.
Yes, that is correct. So, listeners, I have a Twitch, which is a web page, and you can find it at twitch.tv/kilobyteprime, where I stream video games and do art, and just hang out with some of the co-hosts and some of our guests, just talking about Transformers, how our day has been, and just having a blast. And if that's something you find interesting and fun and just want to participate with us, you're welcome to stop by. Again, it's twitch.tv/kilobyteprime. I'm currently taking a break because I have some things I got to take care of. But if you want to be updated on when I'm coming back and the times I will be streaming, you can follow me on Twitter at kilobyteprime. Onyx, are you ready for Transformers Lost Light Volume 4?
Yeah, I believe there's 19 to 25 issues in Volume 4. We're not going to read the last one because that is the very ending of the continuity. So we'll save that for the very end video, very last one, because we want to read these to you in order. So it'll be 19 to 24. So if you want to follow along, but yes, I am ready.
I see. Cool. I want to see how that ends. And then finally, if you've enjoyed this episode, consider sharing it with your friends and subscribing. If you want to help out the show even further, we have started a Patreon. All of the proceeds will go to supporting the show and keeping the lights on. And of course, we have some tiers that offer other forms of gratitude, such as 3D printed files and entry to our Discord channel. You'll even get early access to our comic review episodes and D&D episodes a week before they're publicly released. Also, we have a goal to reach 500 subscribers. So currently, we are either at 300 or above 300, or maybe a little bit lower. But
Here, let me go count them real quick. 1, 2.
while
Three.
Onyx does that, if you've enjoyed these episodes, make sure to subscribe and tell your friends it's a good time, because we will be holding a brand new kind of giveaway once we reach the 500 subscribers. That
55,
we've never done
56,
before.
57.
And as always, we hope you're all staying safe out there, and thank you so much for listening to All Are One.
300 till all are one. Bye-bye.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Swerve's Bar Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at Swerve's Bar. If you are interested in more content, try checking out the spin-off of D&D series Transform and Roll Out, the second and newest season titled First Stand of the Wreckers, with a brand new DM, a different story, and from what I hear, a better pilot episode than the last series. Sorry, not sorry, Onyx. Let's tune in for a preview now.
Okay, are you gonna hit it with your fist, or are you gonna use your weapon?
What's a
Or
break?
you were in the wrong
Sent
channel,
out?
dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause you would-
I'm in the wrong channel. Huh?
Yeah, but it's a good roll. Shut up.
Wait, no, I'm staying in this channel. This is what high rolls are.
Yeah,
no.
Oh, okay.
A 17 is still pretty good, but you never know.
Yes, Borg punch.
Okay, and that's the
Punch.
17.
Yes.
But where does?
Well, let me roll another one just in case. But yes, the
Okay.
17.
Okay.
You think this
You-
is the high roller we want? You rolled 2 natural ones.
I know, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but the other ones are really good.
You got a 13. This guy is yet?
Huh?
What?
Have they seen who he is yet?
No.
Oh my god, you guys, this is killing me. I'm gonna die.
Who cares? I want to live.
Astonishing. There is also a YouTube channel with bonus content such as video games containing funny comments. A link will be provided below. And if you are so inclined, you can support us on Patreon, where you can get even more bonus content such as 3D files, access to their Discord, and listen to content before it is released to the public. More links will be provided below. End transmission.